What's up, everybody? It's Jordan, and welcome to the Sports Dude Hine Show. And in this video, I'm going to kind of be previewing the Bengals matchup this week against the New England Patriots. With Christmas being on Sunday, this game will be on Christmas Eve on Saturday this week as the Bengals head to New England to take on the Patriots. So, this past week, the Bengals get the win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is a game of two different halves, really. This is kind of like each of really the, Chiefs games, how we played Kansas City the past couple of years. When you look at this game, it's so crazy how good we played in one half, how bad we played in another half. Early on, this kind of like this could be one of those games where, we just slip up and, lose a game we should not lose. At halftime, it was 17-3. And the Bengals got that field goal just as, time expired, in the second half. So 17-3, it was not looking good in the first half. Just nothing was going our way. We were not able to stop Brady. Our offense was playing absolutely terrible. Second half, we came off, right away playing great. In the third quarter, we scored 17 points. And in the fourth quarter, we scored 14 points. Tampa Bay's only score in the second half was a late game touchdown, basically garbage time for Tampa Bay. Like I said, we ended up winning the game 34-23. Some interesting notes about this game. Brady, had 300 passing yards, which make him the first quarterback to have 100 passing yards against us this season. When you look at Cincinnati, it's so crazy. Like, our offensive line in the first half wasn't great. Second half, it played pretty good. Defense, the second half was so amazing. The craziest part about the Bengals game, I would say, in my opinion, and you look in the second half specifically, I did a video last week. I did a little short clip talking about how Lou Anarumo is the best defensive coordinator in the league. I don't think it's close right now. Each week, he's building up his resume more and more for him to be a head coach in the 2023 season. In the second half on Sunday, against the greatest quarterback of all time, the Bengals forced 4 turnovers from Tom Brady. That is unheard of. I mean, doing that in a game is sensational. But in one half, that is really a once-in-a-lifetime performance. You're going to see from Tom Brady having 4 turnovers in one half. Let's see here. Let's hope the Jaguars win tonight. If the Jaguars win, the Bengals will officially clinch a playoff spot. They take on the Jets tonight. Should be an interesting one there with Zach Wilson, I believe, playing Wilson against Lawrence. It's interesting because lots of people loved Lawrence coming out. He's just now really starting to hit his groove like people thought he would. The Jaguars are a team, I think, give them a year or two, they can be pretty good. And there's actually still a chance it could win the AFC South. That's kind of a crazy thing because you did not think that 3 or 4 weeks ago, when you're looking at the Titans who were, 7-3 at the time. Now they're on like a 4-game losing streak or something like that. And Tannehill could be out a while for Tennessee. But looking at this Bengals game, when you look at Tampa Bay, like I was saying, the second half, they just could not do anything. Brady played like crap. Our defense played amazing. I don't care what people say about this game. Everybody talks about Burrow, Brady. This was the game everybody wanted to see. Burrow, the first half, played like absolute crap. Like, I tell stuff how it is. I don't sugarcoat crap. I'm not biased. You look at Burrow, the first half, he played absolutely terrible. He had 1 interception in the stat sheet. The stat sheets are always, not always right. They're kind of deceiving. Burrow was 27 of 39, 200 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a pick. He had 1 pick. He should have had about at least 3 or 4. There was a couple of different plays early on in the first half where he just did some very poor decisions. One of the sacks, he got sacked for, I believe, 23 yards. He was not throwing the ball away. He was just, running. He was sacked about Tampa Bay's 40 or something like that. And we got very fortunate, very, very fortunate. We got bailed out that play because it was a penalty on Tampa Bay. It was a crucial play, and it was an automatic first down, so we were able to extend the drive and score in that play. Got very lucky on that, but honestly, when you look at Burrow, that's honestly maybe one of his worst halves of football he's ever played for the Bengals. Like, it was crazy how bad he's played. Like, I don't get this narrative that, Burrow outperformed Brady. Both of these quarterbacks had 2 terrible halves. Brady was great in the first half. Burrow sucked in the second half. And then you look at the second half, Brady absolutely sucked. Burrow was good. I could see a case where you could say Brady was better. I could see a case you say Burrow was better. But neither one of these quarterbacks played great by any means. I've seen how the Jaguars are. I think the Jaguars win the South. They're 2-6. We're 2-6, making some big wins. Yeah, it's crazy, and I don't know. I feel like this kind of shows like Doug Peterson. Some people kind of skeptical of him going to Jacksonville But, he wasn't bad with the Eagles. I mean, he won a Super Bowl. He gets fired just a year or two after for not making the playoffs in Philadelphia after the Super Bowl victory. But, he's already done great things for Lawrence. And you look at this Jaguars team right now, like we're talking about, they're on the rise. They're going to be good. Lawrence, I've never been high on him, like the really kind of like the national media, like ESPN and people like that. But this is the Lawrence that, I was wanting to see. This is the Lawrence that, people on ESPN, NFL Network always thought he could be. And the fact that he's, finally doing that, it's not a coincidence now the Jaguars are winning games. And this is the same Jaguars team who gets Calvin Ridley next year. Who really was, he's been good. The last year he played, he was really, really good. So this Jaguars team, I wouldn't be shocked at all if they won that division next year. But, I mean, they even got a chance to win it this year. So, on Sunday, their 34-23 victory over Tampa Bay. We proven 10-4 on the season. This Saturday, we take on the Patriots. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of nervous about this game. Do I think we'll win? Yes. This is going to be closer than people think. I truly believe that. I thought this was going to be a close game even before we got red hot, after the bye, starting off with our win against Pittsburgh. But let's look at this, New England team here for a second. They're coming off a embarrassing, just really bad loss against the Raiders. One of the worst plays ever to lose a game. They lost 24-30. You look at the Patriots. They are a team who are not exceeding expectations by any means. They're underwhelming this season by far. Matt Jones has not played good. He has more interceptions than touchdowns this year. I mean, there's even quarterback controversy going on, and the Patriots, some people would like to see Bailey Zappi start more. This is the Patriots team who might not even be in the playoffs this year. But when you look at Bill Belichick against young quarterbacks, his record is ridiculously high. It is really remarkable how good he is against young quarterbacks in the league. And I know Burrow, this is his third season starting, but he's still a young quarterback. This is, he's still a young guy. This is going to be Burrow's first time playing against Bill Belichick. This is very interesting. I cannot wait for this game. Very, interesting when you look at Burrow, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, his first, time playing against, Bill Belichick, the greatest coach of all time. You look at this Patriots defense, this is what kind of concerns me. I'm not worried about their offense at all. Their offense sucks, and our defense is elite. We have one of the best defenses in the NFL. But when you start looking at this Patriots defense, the more you kind of like deep dive in some of these stats, they're kind of interesting, kind of, I'm not going to say get you worried for Saturday, but it makes it kind of a more interesting debate on this game might actually be closer than people think. So look at so far this season, the Patriots are third in sacks this season with 48. Matthew Judon is second in the NFL with 14.5 sacks. The Patriots are tied for second most interceptions in the NFL this season with 14. Something else to look at, with the Patriots pass defense. Their opponents have a 59.4 completion percentage against the Patriots. That is the lowest of any team in the NFL this season. The Patriots are tied for the 8th best run defense of 4.2. They are actually tied with us for 8th. They allow the fewest rushing yards, the fewest rushing touchdowns this season. They've only allowed 6 rushing touchdowns this year. So when you look at the Bengals this year, a team who has not ran the ball good at all. You take away that Carolina game, we've not been able to run the ball efficiently really at all. And then you look at on Sunday when we played Tampa Bay, we had 21 rushing attempts for 53 yards, 2.5 yards per carry. That is inexcusable. You could literally lay down on the field and basically nearly get 2.5 yards per carry. It's crazy. Mixon had 11 carries for 21 yards. That is concerning. This is happening way too much. I'm not one of these people who just overreact to have a horrible performance. But there needs to be a certain time where people say, you know what, Samaje Perine needs more carries. And this is something I never, ever, ever, ever thought I would say, because I'm not even going to lie. Heading into this past offseason, I wanted him cut because I thought it'd save money. Perine has played pretty well this year. Mixon, take away that Panthers game. He has sucked so bad, and it makes zero sense. He's been more effective in the pass-catching game than running, which is something you just wouldn't really think from a guy like Mixon, who really up until last year was not really involved in the passing game a lot. But when you're playing against the New England Patriots team, who's already really stout and elite and great at stopping the run this season, like I said, has allowed the fewest rushing touchdowns this year. It's 8th for yards per carry on defense. A very, very effective defense on pass and run defense. You're probably not going to be able to run the ball if you're struggling against bad run defenses. But when you're playing against good run defenses, you're not going to do good. When you look at Burrow, like he's played good since our win streak, but there's been times he has really struggled. Like I just do not get the the talk about him on Sunday. Like he didn't do anything that was like holy crap, like that was amazing. He struggled against a Tampa Bay defense who was kind of banged up a little bit. I think we're going to win this game on Saturday. I think it's going to be way closer than people think. And something else to look at, Sam Hubbard, he was injured in the Tampa Bay game, but he's expected to play. But Hubbard would not be playing this game, but Trey Hendrickson is expected to play this game. That is big for us because, if we did not have Hubbard or Hendrickson, that's kind of worrisome. I know this Patriots team doesn't really have anybody crazy good on offense, but still having some of your best defensive players not on the field, already out with Chidobe Awuzie as well, it's not good. But when you look at the game on Sunday, it's going to be a great game, I honestly think. Now we're on top of the AFC North. I can't wait for all the excuses people have to try and make it seem that the Ravens are better. Yeah, absolutely. We heard all that stupid excuses and crap last year, how, Jackson got hurt. That's the reason why Baltimore didn't win the division, whatever. We're going to hear it this year. If Jackson was healthy, the Bengals would kill the Bengals would kill the Baltimore Ravens by at least 14 if they played right now with the healthy Jackson. I'm not biased. I just tell it how it is. This Ravens team is the most overrated team in the league this year and last year. And once we play them, we will humiliate them. I feel 100% confident that we will destroy Baltimore. We will definitely end up winning the AFC North for sure. But on Saturday, the Bengals take on the Patriots. I think it's a low-scoring game. And it's something else. When you look at New England, it's kind of a place that has cold weather. Living in Ohio, it's cold weather at times, but it's not crazy cold temperatures. When you start looking at this Bengals team, this is kind of one of the reasons why I don't want to play the Bills in the playoffs is because, the temperature differences and, the atmosphere playing in cold weather compared to, normal weather. When you look at Burrow, Chase, T. Higgins, some of these guys didn't really have a lot of experience playing in cold weather. You go to New England, this is a place that's, tends to snow a decent amount and stuff like that. Well, all these, winter storms we're going to be having this weekend, I think that's going to play to a factor a little bit as well. And that's another reason why I think this game is going to be closer than people think. When you look at this Patriots defense, yes, their record is not great. When you look at their wins and losses, it's not good, but they have a very, very good defense. You're playing against a very good defense. When you're looking at this as a place that's very cold weather, something we don't have much experience playing in. We're playing against the greatest coach of all time. And this is arguably a trap game. The following game, we take on the Buffalo Bills on Monday Night Football in Cincinnati. So to me, I feel like maybe, we're already looking ahead at that game because, the Bills and Bengals, the way the Bengals are playing right now and the way the Bills have been pretty much the whole season, this has potential game of the year written all over it. But you cannot be overlooking the Patriots game when they have the greatest coach of all time. I think Cincinnati wins this game to improve from 11-4. But I would not be absolutely shocked if we lost the Patriots on Saturday. I'm going to say 20-16. Should be a great game, low scoring. I do not expect this to be a high scoring game at all. I would be surprised if either team had more than like 24. This is the game that I just do not think many points will be scored this game. But let me know what you think in the comments. If you think Cincinnati will pull off a victory, I think they will, but should be a close one. It's the game that Phil has trapped all over them. We got to stay focused. Yeah, Ken Hammock, I completely agree. This is a trap game, and you look at it, we always have a game or two that we lose, and we just absolutely shouldn't. And we lost to the Browns on Monday Night Football. When you look at the Cowboys and Steelers, we really should not have lost either of those games. The Ravens, we really should not have lost that game. But the Patriots game, this just was kind of different. Like heading into that Steelers, Cowboys, Ravens, Browns game, I'm not going to lie, I felt confident we were going to win all four of those games. This one, I'm confident to a certain degree. Like out of all those four games, and with this one included, I probably feel the least confident about this one just because how the Patriots lost, they're going to be ticked off playing on their home field. Belichick's going to have the Patriots fired up, ready to go. Has a great game all over it. But thank you all for watching. If you all are new to the channel or have seen my videos before, make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video. I really, really appreciate it. And like I said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time on the Sports Behind Show.